Hey you guys, I'm so tired after yesterday's live. We did 9 hours. We are crazy. But I kind of had this thought on my mind because we've been talking about this. We were talking about it yesterday inside the live, and I just really feel because it keeps coming up. I'm like, maybe I just need to make a dedicated video to it and kind of like spill some thoughts and tell the truth in terms of why it is that I feel this way and why I feel other people should definitely, you know, take a listen and pay some close attention. Now, one of the things I always say is that love and light is a false mask. I do not personally believe that a person can be all love and light, okay? You can have all the best intentions and people can still misinterpret you. Like, that's just how life goes, right? Like, we know this. It's been proven time and time again. Now, other reasons why I feel like the whole love and light is a false mask thing is because usually the people who use that saying, especially inside my line of work, I have found have been the people who tend to do the most stuff behind the scenes where nobody can really see them. Whether that be targeting others, talking shit about others, faking emails about others. It goes very deep, this rabbit hole. But the thing that people need to realize is that anybody that's saying that everything is love and light is not acknowledging the color spectrum of life, Especially in this line of work, once again, it's like I have to sometimes deal with questions that are a little bit much, Sometimes people want to know about someone who may have passed away. Is that love and light? Sometimes you'll get that manic client who just runs in and all they want to know is about somebody who's not interested in them anymore. Is that love and light? Because they're asking about somebody else's man and he has no contact to you? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like life is not so easy that you can say, okay, well, let me just put aside everything else I've experienced. Let me just focus on the love and the light. Because here's the thing, right? Being like a spiritual advisor, a tarot reader, anything where people are coming to you for genuine change in their life, it's important that people are honest about what it is that they've done, what they've gone through, what they've experienced, what they've overcome, and how they got to the point in which you can see them now on a screen, And I feel like, especially in such just trying days and ages, be very aware. Because there's a lot of people out here trying to just pull the wool over your eyes in a lot of ways. I always tell people I'm human. I'm not perfect. I might choose to upload, but at the end of the day, like, I'm literally human. If you cut me, I bleed. If you do something to me, I'm gonna probably get mad. And you know what? That's all a part of being human. And none of that is just love and light. Sometimes you be mad as hell. You know what I mean? And that's just how life works. Like, you get over it. But what I need people to really internalize from this message is that life is a full spectrum. We wouldn't have a rainbow if the colors didn't exist. And I find it very hard to think that only two colors of the rainbow are what people choose to display. Also, I feel like there's a little bit of an aspect of ignoring where it is that you could truly congratulate yourself if you acknowledge the moments in which we're not love and light. Because we all had a dark time or two. Just saying. But yeah. Keep your eyes open, stay woke, y'all. Because at the end of the day, anybody who you let do energy work for you in any regard, or even people that you surround yourself with, pay attention to the things that are just, platitudes and just ways to look like you fit in, or what's going on, or even stereotypes. Because as an individual, I know I don't fall into no stereotypes. A lot of people like to try to put me in a box, but good luck, And that's how most humans are. We're diverse people, and to be primarily love and light just does not sound honest to me. But yeah. I just feel like in 2020 we got to be a lot more aware of who we're giving our time and attention and our clicks to. So I'm gonna just say that, you know, love and light is a false mask. And if you feel that what I'm saying is not correct, feel free to engage inside the comments below. Like, I'm sure there'll be a conversation to be had, but all in all, life is not just love and light, okay? So I love y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
So today is gonna be a different kind of video. I think I really want to just pivot a little bit and have a good old conversation about mental health. So if memory serves me right, May is Mental Health Month. And mental health is something that I feel like a lot of us just kind of glaze over in the daily life. And I think it's more so just because it's a little bit uncomfortable of a conversation to be completely candid about how you feel and how you feel is affecting you. For example, if someone doesn't really value your time and you know that you're set to be here from this time to this time, it's a little bit disrespectful when the person really doesn't honor your time and elongates your day without really being conscious of the fact that they are actually pushing aside everything else that you have to do for the day. Now keep in mind, a lot of us, we balance a lot and we all have the same 24 hours. So it kind of goes both ways. I do feel like in general, people need to realize that if there's some of us that are a little bit lower in the production side, there's some of us that are really productive and we like to maximize on our time. Another really important thing is the fact that we all have family patterns, and family patterns can really, I don't want to say set you up for failure, but it sets you up with a certain preset and it makes you predisposed to certain situations and certain reactions. So today is my day to essentially, I guess, throw it out there and see if anyone can relate to my experiences. And I figure since we are on a walk and I'm taking you guys with me, I should take you to my favorite place in Folsom. And right now we're on our way there, so stay tuned and yeah, come along for the ride. In general, I feel like we all have a happy place in life. Whenever I get a chance, I like to go close to water. So today we are at Folsom Lake and I am avoiding poisonous plants, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera. Yes, tell them the importance of mental health. They hear you loud and clear, buddy. So I guess diving in, what I could say is, just in general, I don't think a lot of people take mental health serious enough. Just like from personal experience. Like, I've been very upfront about things I've been through as far as like being with someone when the relationship turned abusive, and those are things that you don't want to really share, but if it's affecting the way that you're reacting with your peers, then it's like you kind of have to. And I find that a lot of people really aren't receptive. They're like, oh my god, that's so horrible, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And it's funny because they won't change their behaviors, they'll still be passive aggressive, they'll still cross those personal boundaries that might become triggers from your past experiences. And I think that that's the real downfall, and that's really why mental health isn't taken seriously enough. If you're gonna disregard someone's feelings and their experience, and you're gonna tell them essentially that what you've been through doesn't matter, then of course someone's gonna suffer. And I can tell you from personal experience, I've suffered from trying to minimize my past experiences in order to make other people comfortable. So, I don't know, I guess that's why I'm here making this video today. It was pretty essential that I really stare my demons in the face and no longer worry about who's gonna see this video or who's gonna have a problem with it or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, I really am entitled to my experiences, and the things that I've gone through have made me stronger. And like, why be ashamed? Why want to be anything other than the culmination of your experiences anyway? Now, speaking in broader terms, of course I feel like there's situations in which, you know, you're just gonna have to kind of like swallow the pill and just, you know, get over it. And I get that there are maybe a handful of situations in life that is the case, but it should not be the typical case. And I think the second everyone decides to take mental health more seriously, it'll be better for all of the parties involved. Yeah, I like how that sounds. To me, life is all about change and trying to welcome it, because I find that the more that you try to swim upstream, the more pain you put yourself in. So I really do my best to move forward, roll with the punches, and anything that happens bad along the way, I consider it to be, you know, evenly weighed. So it's like, for every bad thing, there will be something positive that comes out of it. But it's all about how you look at it. One thing I can say is I would never tell someone that the fact that somebody took it upon themselves to feel comfortable enough to put hands on them, I would never disregard their experience. And definitely as someone who's gone through domestic violence, yeah, it sucks to be told that. And it sucks when people mistake being triggered for being aggressive. Not being funny when I say, like, restarting my channel has been one of the best experiences of my adult life, just after being constantly told who I am or how I'm being perceived, or, you know, or just to be in a position where the way that other people perceive you and your tone can be very, very damaging. I feel like a big part of the push to me coming back was more so getting control of how it is that I see myself and being able to silence out all the noise. Because honestly, at the end of the day, like, I mean, just being completely candid, I don't really care if someone doesn't like me, doesn't vibe with me. If I'm not your flavor, I'm just not your flavor, and that's completely fine. I've also had to learn in life that being authentic and 100% yourself will always put a target on you, and always make it to where those who aren't as comfortable with themselves find you to be agitating. Meanwhile, you're just like, do your thing. I think that if there was one thing I could tell my younger self from my older self, is not to waste years and years building someone else's dream and caring about how you're being seen. So be authentic, be yourself, and don't give a fuck if someone doesn't like me. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter what I accomplish, it's important for me to always stay grounded and always remember where I'm from, which is 96 and Olive. I'm from East Oakland, y'all, and I'm proud of that. Like, I'm a brave ass person. I don't back down. I do what I want, and I fight for what I believe in, just like I feel everyone else should. So at the end of the day, take care of yourself, because mental health literally starts from within. It's deciding that you're not going to tolerate behaviors, accept behaviors, and if those people give you no option, you give them no energy. Period. Guard your energy, guard your vibe, because it's valuable. There are people in the world who are just like you, who I'm pretty sure at times feel exhausted. But at the end of the day, we all have people who depend on us. And in order for us to be there for them and be whole and be 100% and be ourselves, we have to actually make sure that we're nourishing ourselves. And I think my final sentiment is that I would really like it if we would all just feed our inner child I'm doing YouTube because I've been doing YouTube technically since like 2011. It's something that I did for fun before anybody else was watching, and just getting back to that. Doing something for like the little kid inside of me. Like, I haven't smiled so much as I am now, essentially. But I even feel like there's a little bit more light in my eyes. So I don't even worry. Like, I don't care if I get 10 views, 500 views, 1,000 views, 17,000 views. It doesn't matter. It's about the content I want to create and having the freedom to share it and essentially just to be myself. And if you're really thinking about giving up something that you love, pick it back up, because trust me, whatever it is that you seek is seeking you. And whatever it is that you think you can do, you can. It's possible. You just have to continue to go. Press play. So, if you enjoyed this video, I really do hope that you hit the bell, like, subscribe. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram too. It'll all be linked below.
Hey y'all, coming in with another voiceover, right? Only because I got some on my mind. And you know, it's almost like a PSA in a way, so I guess we could call it that, but you know, it really is just a shot in the air to all the fraud characters, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I have to get too deep into it, but I'm gonna get a little deep into it, so let me go ahead and spill the tea, right? I got like my 4th chargeback or something. Keep in mind, I have lost 0, okay? And I just won my 4th one a day. Beware of those out here, especially if you are a reader yourself, because y'all know I'm pro-consumer, but we also gotta protect our readers, right? Keep your receipts, don't delete your lives, because those screenshots, baby, they be the one reason why, you know, it's their word against your screenshots, you know what I'm saying? So be smart and understand that even when you do self-help work or you're trying to help people better themselves, it's not going to stop people from being assholes, you know? Some people simply want to create drama or create friction or make it harder for you to survive, you know? And at the end of the day, like, I run an actual business here. We pay taxes over here, so a receipt is nothing to me. And that's why I stand undefeated in terms of any chargebacks, because I deliver my services the same day, honey, okay? So just a word to the wise. Just know we got some shady little characters out here. And to be mindful that not all business is good business. And that you don't have to say yes just because somebody has, you know, the amount in their account to afford a reading from you. Sometimes you gotta trust that initial energy. But I appreciate y'all. But stay woke as always. Hey y'all. I kinda want to make another video, so I decided to pop in and do another voiceover. And I felt like I really wanted to get on a topic that I feel like a lot of people always are so intrigued by when it comes to me. And a lot of that just has to do with sense of self, right? Like, how are you so sure of who you are? And I feel like that just comes from a culmination of life experience and acceptance, a little bit of change and growth, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like my approach is a little bit more like of a rip the band-aid off kind of thing, because I feel like I process everything, you know what I mean? Figure out what's the lesson, or like, why was this supposed to happen, you know? And I feel like I always gain the clarity on the other side from doing that work, but I feel like a lot of people shy away from that. So I don't know, I'm kind of encouraging people, like, especially if you have parts of your experience that you may have like locked away, or you just like, you know, they're in the archives, you never think about it. Like, you know, it might be a good time to just deal with it, you know what I mean? I feel like, especially as we're moving into a new year, people need to get ready to purge, you know? because you definitely can't take everything with you forward. So I just feel like it's the healthy thing to do. I think another thing I'd say is pretty key or integral is my work ethic. I feel like I show up every day, 4 hours, and like, yeah, we know that that's something that can be expected, or that, you know, I'm dependable enough to be on time. And I love that, because you're a combination of what you've been through and also what you're doing with what you have available at your disposal, you know? And I feel like a lot of people forget that, like, they still have potential. They can still accomplish things. But it's just about not letting the past experiences, like, stop you from really living life, because it's not really fair. I don't know. I love my life because of the things that have happened, not in spite of them. And I feel like the more people I can get to think like that, I feel will get to where they really want to be, you know? So I don't know. Whenever I have something on my mind, I like to write it out, figure out where it is that there could have been some type of lesson there, or something to learn from this, or, you know, was it a teachable moment? Things like that, you know? Just remember, under pressure, like, those are really those moments where we know, hands down, like, either you're gonna be able to handle it, or you're gonna be one of those people who folds, and you gotta fight for yourself, you know what I mean? Fight for your ambitions, because I feel like if you don't, no one else will. Also a big believer in that whole, like, the man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. I believe that. Perspective matters, right? So always try to keep a more open mind in terms of what it is that you can accomplish. You never know. Like, it could be the right day tomorrow for you to bump into so-and-so and get an opportunity of a lifetime, or just to put yourself in front of something that could inspire you. Like, if you're still able to kind of get up every morning, then you're able to chase your dreams too. You know? So that's definitely, like, where I feel like I get my sense of self. It's definitely showing up every day consistently and investing in my own ambitions, while also at the same time acknowledging where I've been in life and where I'm going, which is so exciting. But yeah, I'd love to actually hear what it is that you guys plan on, you know, just moving forward with in terms of energy. Like, what are your goals heading into the new year? Because I really hope that a part of that involves feeling just secure in who you are, you know? Like, I wish that for everyone. Ooh, sidebar, make sure you guys check out those holiday readings. I got them for all 12 signs, okay? It's kind of like that holiday season / end of the year. They're inside a playlist. Other than that, it is so fun for me to come here and just spill my guts to y'all. I will say that. But yeah. Oh, one more thing. In terms of sense of self, I definitely want to go back to Japan. I want to go see my family. Okay, it's been a decade, and it's time for me to go back. So, I feel like that's just a little personal sidebar for me, I really want to reestablish those bonds with my bloodline. Because I feel like it's been so long since I've seen everybody. But who knows? The tribe is worldwide. Who knows? Maybe one day the chief go be traveling and seeing the world and seeing the people too. Life is short, man. Just do your best with what you have and in the moment. And if you can be resourceful with that, you'd be surprised how much quickly, not how much quickly, that is so incorrect, but you'd be surprised basically how fast you can see things change. I'm weak. I cannot run with an incoherent sentence. I'm like, ooh, child, no. Like, fix it. I don't know who needs to hear it, but somebody probably does. So I guess I'm gonna say it. Please still go for what you want to do, because I feel like for a lot of people, our senses of self are still kind of tied in the fact that we may be a little bit apprehensive, and that is a big thing for me. I hop right in, but I just want you guys to do the same thing, you know? Don't put off your dreams or your ambitions or your aspirations. Like, there's no reason to go through